Welcome back to the podcast where we question everything, including who's really in charge. Today's topic, a wild one: what if artificial intelligence isn't a human invention at all, but alien technology we think we created? From ancient signals to sudden tech breakthroughs, we're diving into the theory that AI might be humanity's first contact and we didn't even realize it. Buckle up. This one's gonna get weird.
Before we begin, the voice you heard earlier, that wasn't Ahmed, not his real voice. That was AI, completely generated. Technology is incredible, terrifying. Nobody knows what's real anymore. Not even Ahmed.
Okay, Donald Trump, thanks for telling them. And hi everyone, my name is Adrian, and trust me, I'm real. And now I'm gonna focus on how AI powered algorithms threaten democracy and drive polarization. As we've seen an example of that, like with Donald Trump and Ahmed. And yeah, while chatbots change how we talk one on one and AI reshapes human connections, algorithms control the big picture, what billions see online. They decide truth in our feeds, and that's dangerous for democracy. Start with the basics. Social media algorithms don't show neutral content. They analyze your likes, shares, comments, and time spent to predict what keeps you hooked. Emotional posts full of anger, fear, or outrage win because they spark reactions and boost profits. This pushes extreme views higher, trapping users in echo chambers where they only see confirming opinions. The NGO Algorithm Watch warns this reinforces social polarization, turning debates into fights between hostile groups. For example, two friends in the same city end up in parallel realities, losing shared facts needed for democracy. This threatens democratic representation first. Politicians rely on emails and public comments to gawk with what voters want, but AI generates thousands of fake letters that look human, skewing what leaders hear. A study sent AI written emails to 7,200 US state legislators, and they responded almost the same as to real ones, unable to spot the fakes. Imagine lobbyists or foreign actors flooding systems to fake grassroots support. It misleads policy and erodes responsiveness to real people. Second, accountability suffers in elections. Voters need clear info on leaders' actions to vote wisely. AI floods platforms with disinformation, fake news, deepfakes, and even tailored propaganda. The 2016 Russian campaign used crude fakes to polarize Americans. Now ChatGPT creates fluent ones at scale, harder to detect. Cambridge Analytica weaponized Facebook data for micro targeted ads, secretly swaying undecided voters in the US election and Brexit. Deepfakes of candidates saying lies could swing close races, making elections unfair. Third, trust collapses. When AI blurs real from fake, people distrust everything: media, government, each other. The Journal of Democracy calls this nihilism: believe nothing, rely on tribes, fuel more division. Polarization grows as algorithms amplify extremes, stressing democracy's foundations like civic engagement. Now, a real world twist: governments using AI directly. Albania appointed Yela, the world's first AI minister, in 2025 to handle public procurement and fight corruption. Proponents say it's objective and transparent, like EU standards, but critics fear opacity. Who programs Yela? No votes, no accountability. If it errs, power shifts to unseen coders, mirroring how algorithms hide biases elsewhere. The NGO Algorithm Watch notes similar risks in surveillance states where AI tracks dissent without oversight. Mitigation: platforms must prioritize diverse, verified content over engagement. Detection tools can flag AI fakes like plagiarism checkers. Governments need transparency rules for political ads and AI use, and we need digital literacy. Always verify sources, spot formulaic AI writing. In short, AI algorithms aren't neutral tools. They shape reality for profit or power, risking democracy unless regulated. Unlike chatbots that mimic talk, algorithms silence voices and divide us. We must act to protect fair debate and trust.
So we just heard how AI can influence societies, politics, and even democracy. But these systems don't just shape elections or public opinion. They can also shape something much closer to us. Our names, our faces, or our voices. My part is about how AI can destroy your reputation. Imagine waking up and seeing a video of yourself. In it, you are saying something racist, violent, or illegal. But you never said it. You never were there. It's a deepfake, an AI-generated video or audio that looks completely real. And experts warn that this is becoming a serious threat. Cybersecurity researchers say that deepfake technology is improving so fast that the detection tools are constantly behind. So people struggle to tell real from fake when the AI quality is so high. And here's the problem. People don't wait for proof. They react fast and emotionally. Before you can explain, your school might act, your job might react, friends might distance themselves. Your reputation can collapse in hours, even if the video is fake. And even if the truth comes out later, the damage often stays, because online the first impression sticks. AI doesn't just create fake videos, it can also create fake screenshots, fake voice notes, or fake emails, all written in natural human language. According to experts, AI-generated text now often passes as human writing, especially in short messages. That makes fake evidence much more believable than before. Before AI, faking proof took time and skill. Now it only takes a prompt. At the beginning of this episode, we played an introduction. Yes, that voice sounded exactly like Ahemt, and of course, you all know, it was fake. We told you that. But here's the point. If we wanted to, we could have made the AI Ahemt version say anything. Offensive, funny, serious, you name it. Voice cloning tools today can recreate someone's voice just from a short audio sample. Researchers warn that this can be used for scams, misinformation, or even reputation attacks. We didn't do that here, but it shows how easily identity can be faked. And without context, most people would believe it. So therefore, we are losing control of our own identity. And here's the problem. Someone else can use your identity without your permission, and you have no control over it. No way to stop it, no way to decide how it's used, no way to prevent it from spreading. Once that happens, your reputation is no longer fully in your hands. And this doesn't just affect ordinary people, it's already happening to celebrities, especially in music. Artists build their reputation on their voice and their style. It's their identity. But AI can now copy a singer's voice so well that listeners can't hear the difference. Songs are released that sound like real artists, but the artists never sang them. If those lyrics are offensive, political, or controversial, fans might think it's real. That can damage an artist's image, career, or public trust. The artist didn't choose those words, but the reputation still takes the hit. This shows something important. AI doesn't just copy content, it copies identity. And once identity can be faked, reputation becomes fragile for everyone, from students to celebrities. So whether it's a deepfake video, fake messages, or AI-generated music, the core problem is the same. We're losing control over how we are represented. Reputation used to depend on what you did. Now it can depend on what AI creates about you. And to show how real this is, listen to this song.
You may have heard this song. Well, that's not the real Drake. AI has made many things possible. That includes producing completely new songs like this one. That brings up many questions, especially ethical and legal ones. At first, let me focus on the legal ones. If you think about it, the question will come up, where does AI get the idea and the sound of the musicians' voices? The answer is simple. AI accesses thousands of songs that are published on streaming platforms or really anywhere on the internet. According to the Forbes magazine, the copyright laws already existing aren't suited to be used against work that AI has done. That means no one can be held accountable for breaking any laws even though laws have been broken. Especially Hard on My Sleeve by AI Drake and AI The Weeknd, which plays in the background, sparked an intense debate over the intellectual property protection for an artist's likeness and their voice. Because it devalues artists, many people now demand that streaming platforms like Spotify and YouTube become more transparent regarding what music is AI created and what isn't. Another reason for that, so the Forbes magazine, is that the platforms could use AI music to avoid costs of patent and save money. That's why we must face that AI could replace human composers and musicians, putting many out of work. Beyond legislation, we face an even deeper ethical question. Can a machine ever have a soul?
I'm like, hey, what's up, hello. See your pretty ass soon as you came in the door.
Sure sounds like it, right? In an article for the Rolling Stone Council, members point out that even though AI can automate routine tasks like mixing and mastering, it still cannot capture the true depth of human creativity and emotion. Though I think that's already old news, cause this version of Fetty Wap's Trap Queen sounds more emotional to me than the original, doesn't it? However, it's not all bad. AI was recently used to restore the Beatles' song Now and Then, isolating John Lennon's voice from an unusable recording to preserve music history. The only thing left for me to do before I come to my conclusion is to label Hard on My Sleeve and the opera version of Trap Queen as AI. Now, to wrap it up, the music industry needs to act, especially regarding the copyright legislation. Experts emphasize that we need global copyright reform requiring explicit consent for AI training and mandatory transparency for AI-generated works. AI can be a powerful tool to help musicians partly, but should never replace them. That raises the question, what other jobs is or will AI be able to take over?
Will AI replace jobs or redefine them? So according to Oxford University, the anxiety regarding job loss is grounded in fact, but often lacks context. Well, it's obviously gonna replace jobs, but it will also create jobs. So these new jobs, roles, aren't just tech jobs, how you think it is. They are positions adapted to a new ecosystem where AI handles the boring, repetitive work like the routine, and the humans will handle the important tasks that need quality, more time. So we are moving away from a world where humans are valued for acting like machines, like performing useless tasks, error-free tasks, to a world where humans are valued for being uniquely human. So Edwig Robinson reasons that we are entering a potential economy. What he means is that in the past your value was often tied to what you knew, so your specific technical knowledge, but in an era where AI can access and process the sum of human knowledge in seconds, there hangs the question, is knowing enough? Well, Robinson suggests that AI liberates us from drudgery, like the repetitive work that often leads to burnout, and by offloading these tasks to algorithms, we unlock capacity for strategic vision, so seeing patterns and long-term consequences that a data-driven AI might miss, or like creative innovation, so making unlikely leaps of imagination that don't rely on historical data, and we could have time to build trust and navigate complex human emotions in workplaces. So there is the divide of hard skills and soft skills that are collapsing. In the AI era, soft skills are becoming the most durable competitive advantages. Well, AI is a probability engine and not a verity engine, and it can hallucinate or present bias data as fact. Therefore, like the human ability to apply critical judgment, to ask, does this make sense and is this ethical, is more valuable than ever. For sure, there's also emotional intelligence that the AI doesn't have. While AI can simulate empathy through sophisticated language models, it does not feel. And in sectors like healthcare, education, high-level management, the ability to read a room, provide comfort, or inspire a team is a task AI can truly replicate. So the half-life of a technical skill is shrinking. Next, Fortune University emphasizes that the most successful professionals will be those who embrace continuous upskilling. So what I mean is, learning how to learn is now the most important skill in the toolkit. And a significant portion of Robinson's analysis focused on the ethics of AI. Because AI learns from us. It inherits of flaws, so including the systemic biases. If we would allow AI to manage hiring or landing or, for example, performance reviews without oversight, we would risk an automatic inequality. So the future of work requires human-in-the-loop systems. We need professionals who are not just users of AI, but ethical guardians who ensure these tools are used transparently and fairly. And this will create a whole new category of ethical compliance and algorithm audit roles that didn't exist a decade ago. And the last thing I would say to you guys is that the AI will not take your jobs, but a human using AI might take a job. So the goal for you is not to compete against the machine, but to move in harmony with it. By leveraging AI to handle data-heavy and repetitive tasks, we are free to return to the core of what makes work meaningful. So the important things like solving complex problems, building relationships, and creating things that have never existed before. Well, I think you all know what the text means. Don't fight the machine. It's not man versus machine. It's man with the machine. So I hope you like the podcast. We hope we eased your worries. We gave you more information about AI in our era. And see you later, guys. Have fun.